Greetings and blessings, blessings and greetings, blessed souls. This is Danzo Tzikor, and we're live from Kesser Heights. It's now the second day of Av, Menachem Av. The Father shall come to comfort the children of the Most High. The Torah Chaim, the instructions of life. Torah Chesed, the instructions of kindness. Torah Rachamim, the divine instructions of mercies. In all blessed souls, I get emails. People request me to talk about Ruach HaKodesh, divine inspiration. What does the Torah of Israel say about divine inspiration? Well, from the written word, we know there's such a manifestation as Nevuah, prophecy. Nevuah prophecy is the top level, one of the fundamental points of our eternal Torah, that the Most High communicates through the heart of man, women for that matter too, because there have been female prophetesses throughout the ages as well. However, formal prophecy, Nevuah, as we understand of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel, concluded at the time with the rebuilding of the second temple in the time of Ezra HaSofar, prophet himself, who was a Kohen, the high priest of Israel at the time. But however, what still remained was Ruach HaKodesh, divine inspiration, and also Hashat HaShechinah, the indwelling of the divine presence. So Rav Chaim Vital, who lived 400 plus years ago, was the Talmud Vasik, the great student of the Arizal. And he wrote the following, and all of this is a preface, of course, to S.O.U.L class number 7, part 1, where I had the unadulterated merit to interview Dr. Aniel Cintron of the beautiful island of Puerto Rico, talking about spirituality, Ruchniut, in the beautiful island of Puerto Rico. But before we do that, I just want to bring out some teachings from Chaim Vital, from his Shari Kedusha, but he talks about the supernal emanator, which is called the Matzile Elyon, that he emanated out all the worlds that we know. And therefore, he emanated out all the worlds that we know. He is called Ein Sof, he is the infinite one. So if we look at the universe, how large it is, only someone who is above all the universes and worlds could emanate such a production. And this creator is not something you can picture as like some picture on the wall. And you can't even encapsulate, ultimately, the creator himself with a name, and not with a letter, and not even with what we call kotze otiyot, cloud. Even what we would see in a Sefer Torah, the tagim, the crowns on top of the letters. And with that being said, we going into the Most High himself, we cannot think about who he is until he reveals himself through his attributes, which are delineated in all various levels of the Torah. We'll leave it there, but let's go right now to S.O.U.L class number 7, part 1, myself having the merit to talk and vibe out with Dr. Aniel Cintron.
Great. Greetings and blessings, blessings and greetings, blessed souls. This is Danzo Tzikor, and we're live because we want to stay alive in Torah's Chesed, divine instructions of kindness, Torah's Chaim, the instructions of life, and Torah's Rachamim, the divine instructions of mercies, as they are rooted in the teachings of the eternal Torah, which were given to Israel over 3,322 years ago, and also embedded in the DNA of the Torah are 7 universal commandments that the nations of the world, which is really inclusive of all of us, but in particularly the blessed descendants of Noah, which is Ham, Shem, and Japheth, which you can read about in Genesis chapter 9, verse 1, and further on, that there were 7 covenants made with the creation, and that includes all of us blessed souls. Before we get to our guest today, I'd like to read to something, blessed souls, from Proverbs, which in Hebrew is called Mishlei, by King Solomon, the son of King David, who reigned peacefully for 40 years in the land of Israel and was involved heavily in the construction and the inauguration and the ongoing service that took place with the first temple in Jerusalem, the Beit HaMikdash. And King Solomon wrote the following in Proverbs Chapter 3, verses 1, and we'll read it till chapter 3, verse 26. We'll read 26 verses. With that, here we go, blessed souls. Chapter 3, verse 1. My child, do not forget my Torah, and let your heart guard my commandments. For they add to you length of days and years of life and peace. Kindness and truth will not forsake you. Bind them upon your neck, inscribe them on the table of your heart, and you will find favor and goodly wisdom in the eyes of God and man. Trust in Hashem, trust in God with all your heart, and do not rely upon your own understanding. In all your ways know him, and he will smooth your paths. Do not be wise in your own eyes. Fear Hashem, fear the Most High, and turn away from evil. It will be health to your navel and marrow to your bones. Honor Hashem, honor God with your wealth, and with the first of all your produce. Then your storehouses will be filled with plenty, and the wine of your vats will burst forth. My child, do not despise Hashem's discipline, God's discipline, and do not despise its reproofs. For Hashem, God admonishes the one he loves, and like a father he mollifies the child. Praiseworthy is a person who has found wisdom, a person who can derive understanding from it. For its commerce is better than the commerce of silver, and its produce is better than fine gold. It is more precious than pearls, and all your desires cannot compare to it. Length of days is at its right, at its left wealth and honor. Its ways are the ways of pleasantness, and all its pathways are peace. It is a tree of life to those who grasp it, and its supporters are praiseworthy. Hashem, God, founded the earth with wisdom. He established the heavens with understanding through his knowledge. The depths were cleaved, and the heavens dripped dew. My child, do not let them stray from your eyes. Safeguard the eternal Torah and its wise design. There will be a life to your soul and a grace ornament for your neck. Then you will walk on your way securely, and your foot will not stumble. When you lie down, you will not fear. You will lie down, and your sleep will be pleasant. You will not fear sudden terror, nor the holocaust of the wicked when it comes. For Hashem the Most High will be your security, and he will guard your feet from entrapment. Connecting to that, blessed souls.
Well, connecting to that, blessed souls, is the end of part 1 of S.O.U.L class, which took place yesterday at 1433 President Street in Kesser Crown Heights in Brooklyn, New York. Hopefully we'll class next Sunday from 10:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. Those of you who have been signing off, remember, there is divine instruction. All forms of original transmission, the Torah fundamental principle. The Most High revealed his directives through the heart of man and through the blessed mouths of those who merited to be his blessed prophets, whether they be of the children of Israel or of the blessed children of Noah, B'nai Noach. Those are the descendants of those 3 blessed sons, and Noach and his wife and their wives, as they emerged from the blessed Teva Ark 4,114 years ago. You can learn more about by going to Genesis chapter 9, verse 1 through 17. Sefer Bereshit, Perek Tes, Psukim, Aleph Ad Yud Zayin. So let's sign off with Lahav Echad, one love, Gorel Echad, one destiny, L'Kolano, for all of us, B'darch Shalom, in a peaceful and pleasant way, Lahamshich, to be continued, Bezat Hashem, with the help of the Most High, of the Almighty, with the help of the Almighty, Ofen Nitzchi, in an eternal way.